I'm going to adjust the view on Facebook, but we are live on both Facebook and Instagram. I'm just going to adjust the lighting here. Would you like me to light your candles?
Oh, surely.
I'd love to.
Let's have a little ambiance.
Yes. So thanks everyone for joining in again. It goes without saying that I am extremely grateful for Rita and every teacher that's offering their time to come and connect with our yoga community, because we need our practice now more than ever.
And I miss you guys.
Thank you. And we miss you so much. Yes, that's right. Okay.
All right, so let's come into a comfortable seat here at the beginning. And again, just to, in case you signed in a little late, it'd be great if you had a couple of blocks, and if you need a blanket for your knees, that'd be good too.
Would you mind if I shifted in just a little bit closer to you?
Sure.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm gonna shift
We're new at movie directing.
Work in progress, doing our best every day. And I'll just double check to make sure. Yes, I feel like that's wonderful. Still great on this side. Okay.
All right. So no doubt we're all feeling the same way, a little bit anxious, a little bit fearful. We just keep in mind that whatever you start to really focus on in your mind is kind of like a magnet. So if you start to really focus on negative energy, that sort of downward spiral, thinking that, the sky is falling, then you're going to attract more of that. So if you can stay as positive as possible, we're all in this together, we're all dealing with the same dilemmas, right? And so let's just try to come together, even though we're doing it virtually, back to our yoga practice and back to that idea of reconnecting to our heart's desires and to each other through that idea of energetic flow, right? So close your eyes. Find a really good seat, meaning that you're shifting a little bit here from side to side so you feel your weight distribution even on both your sit bones. Move your shoulders back in space so they're rising right above the hips. And then allow your chin to drop just a little bit so you feel this really nice extension out through the crown of the head. Gather your shoulder blades in, feel the stretch across the chest wall. And then allow your shoulder joints to melt down away from your ears. Notice the architecture of your body as you're sitting here. Begin to notice if there are any particular places that are feeling cranky or tender. If it's possible, activate a little bit of your lower abdominal wall, and we can do that by just tilting the pubic bone ever so gently up towards the navel, as though you had this invisible zipper there. Start to notice your breath, where it's coming from and where it's going to. See if you can relax the muscles of your face, unclenching your jaw, smoothing out the skin around your eyes, your forehead. Let your vocal cords relax. Sometimes we don't realize how much stress we're holding in the face. We do it so unconsciously. Allow the corners of your mouth to turn up ever so slightly, that little indication of a smile, helping to create a more positive aspect inside and out. See if you can bring your breath into more of a rhythm so that as you're breathing in, you might count to 3 or 4 or 5, and then breathing out 4 or 5 or 6. Now, especially that we're dealing with everything that's going on, you might feel as though your breath is a little tight. Maybe those big inhalations are not quite possible yet. But don't worry about that. As we begin to move, we begin to stretch and release some of those muddier places in the body. You'll find that your breath becomes more fluid. more expansive. Then begin to think about some particular intentions you might have. You might keep in your mind's eye and in your heart all beings who are suffering in the world, as well as those who you love and who love you, who might also be going through a hard time. And of course, to our yoga family, a big virtual hug. We'll bring our palms together then in puja of offering. If you want to chant with me, you can. Just drawing your breath. And then gently rubbing your palms together, let your eyes flutter open. You might avoid touching your face and instead just bring your hands to the back of your neck. Maybe letting your fingers find their way all around the hairline here at the base of your skull. And right there at the center of your skull, at the bottom, is this little divot. And if you place one or two fingers in that divot, maybe letting your head roll around on it just a little bit. And often that can relieve a little bit of that tension that can begin to accumulate. Good. And then let that go and start to roll your shoulders up and back and up and forward. And on your next inhalation, reach your arms all the way out and up and start to reach through the right and then through the left. And as you're moving, you're feeling your rib cage starting to release. Good. And then press your palms together, interlace the fingers, and push them up to the ceiling. Relax your shoulders, kind of snuggle your shoulders in the arm sockets here. And as you push your arms back, you're going to feel the shoulder blades engage. And then as you exhale, push the palms forward and let your chin drop. Feel that really nice stretch move across the upper back. Lift your chin on your next inhale, but let your arms open wide. And then as you exhale, bring your right arm on top of your left arm. Give yourself a big hug. And especially in these days when we're not supposed to be hugging or touching too many people, this might feel really nice just to offer yourself this comfort and this unconditional love. Good. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms up and drop your right arm down, coming into a nice side stretch. If your shoulder bothers you, you could always bring your hand behind your head. And really try to bring your right shoulder forward and your left shoulder back, so it's a very specific lateral stretch. Reach your left arm back up, and on an exhale, twist to your left, relaxing your shoulders as you go. Get nice and tall through the spine. And then exhale and twist just a little more deeply. If you like, you can turn your head to look over the right shoulder just to add a little juice to it. Mm-hmm. Good. Slowly come out of that. Roll your shoulders up and back and up and forward. And then again, a nice big inhale, reaching your arms up. Reaching through the left and then through the right, just feeling all of those little muscles, those intercostals in between the ribs starting to release. Good. And then press your palms together and push the palms up to the ceiling. Moving your arms back. Feeling that really nice stretch in through the thoracic spine. And then as you exhale, pushing the palms forward, chin dropping. On one of your next inhales, just lift your chin and then open your arms nice and wide. As you exhale, this time left arm on top of the right arm. And maybe this time as you hug, think about someone who you love very much. Give them a big hug. Good. And on your next inhale, reach your arms all the way back up, dropping your left arm down, coming into a nice side bend. Again, bring your left shoulder slightly forward and your right shoulder slightly back, root into your right sit bone so you can really enjoy the stretch. As you come back up, then add a little twist over to your right. Just relax the shoulders. When you first come into a twist like this, there might be some resistance, so don't try to bully yourself here. Just be really kind and gentle, very compassionate towards yourself. And you'll find after another breath or two, you might go a little further into it, and then maybe turning your head. Good, and then coming all the way back to center. Let's start to stretch the low back a little. So bring your right leg forward and your left leg back. And we're just coming into a very simple Sukhasana, easy seat. Tend your fingertips here behind your hips. And as you inhale, lengthen up through the front and through the back of the body. So through the sternum and through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, just melt forward. Bring your hands forward for some support. And then imagine your fingertips were on fly paper and just pull back ever so gently here. You're going to feel the stretch in your outer right hip, maybe a little into the IT band and across the low back. And just pay attention to the sensations you're feeling. So there's no right or wrong with what you feel. It's just what is on this particular morning. Now slowly walk your hands over to the left. And the further you walk, the more sensation you're going to feel. Maybe reaching a little bit further with your right fingertips so it almost feels like you're pulling the torso out of the pelvic bowl. And then carefully walk past center again. Same thing over to the other side. When you come back to center, then walk your hands back in, pausing for a moment. And then take your left leg and bring that leg forward, right leg back. Notice what happens to your knee joints when you change the orientation. You might feel a little crankiness here or there. Tension your fingertips. Again, inhale, get nice and tall. And then as you exhale, hinge forward. Fingertips coming forward, pulling back. And just breathing here, just feeling. Try to let yourself really enjoy all the sensations that are coming through. Keep in mind that it's the present moment where we're truly living. Don't let yourself get caught up in worries or disappointments. Just nice, easy breath. And then from here, walk your hands over to the left, really slow. Reaching a little further with your left fingertips, noting right away what you feel along the outer left hip and into the left lumbar. And then bringing yourself past center, same thing over to the other side. Good. When you come back, then if it's possible for you, it might not be possible, so don't worry about it, but if it's possible, you might walk your hands further forward and come up onto your hands and knees like that. But if that doesn't work, just extend your legs out, shift the legs to one side or the other, and come up onto your hands and knees. I'm going to take this off so it doesn't swing all over. Now here's where you might want to have your blocks at hand. And I'm going to just face you for this because of the way the sequence is going to go. So first, coming into that little bit of cat and cow, right? So cat and cow is one of those movements that can be a little bit deceiving because it doesn't seem like much is happening. But as you exhale, you're drawing the navel in, you're rounding the back, almost like one of those spooky Halloween cats. And then as you inhale, you're letting your belly drop and the sit bones lifting wide and the front of the arm bones open. So this is helping then not only to massage the soft tissue of the back, but also to move spinal fluid, to help activate your digestive juices. Because we are on our hands and knees, it's also strengthening the upper body here a little bit, helping us to activate a little bit of that muscular energy. Good. And then add some nice, easy circles here through your hips, just nice and slow. So essentially you're using your finger bones, your thigh bones there as a way to massage from the inside out. Just nice and easy with that. Good. So I'm just going to turn to the side for a moment so that you can see what we're doing. So turning around, extend your right leg out behind you, push through your heel here so you feel a really nice stretch moving into your calf, perhaps even a little bit into your Achilles tendon. Take your right big toe then and trace a half circle over to your left. And if you like, you can look over your left shoulder. So you feel a really precise stretch there in through the right side body. Now, if you like, you can drop your right knee behind your left knee and push back here just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot, just enough to feel your low back really stretching and widening. A lot of ropiness accumulates there in the low back. Inhale, bring yourself back up. And extend your right leg straight out to the right, just like so. Anchor the foot down. Keep your left toes curled under and look and make sure the left knee is directly underneath your hip. With your left toes curled under, push back. So now you feel very strong stretch there in through your right groin, your right inner thigh muscles. And remember, in the groin area, we have some lymph nodes, so really nice then to open up that area and get some good lymphatic flow going. Slowly you're going to bring yourself back up and then turn to face you again. And walk your hands back towards your left knee and come up to stand. Good. Now take your right palm and turn it up here on the leg and bring your left arm up alongside. Reaching all the way up, come all the way over into gate pose. This really nice stretch, very reminiscent of triangle. And as you come back up, then what you might want to do is have a block here and just set it right to the outside of your left leg and bring your left hand on the block and your right arm up. Turn the arm a few times here in the socket, maybe letting this arm stretch all the way overhead. If you would like, you don't have to do this, but you might want to pick your right foot up and bend the knee and grasp for a little quad stretch here. Good. And then when you release the leg back down, you're going to heel toe your right foot forward. So now you're in a lunging position. And with your hands on blocks, we're just going to seesaw a little bit back and forth, just nice and easy with that. So when you're stretching back, you're releasing some of that tension that builds in the hamstring. If you can pick up the front toes when you go back, that would be extra little energy. And then when you come forward, try to bring your left hip point forward of your left knee. Doesn't have to be a lot, could just be a little. And this seesaw then, just helping to gently soothe and massage some of that buildup of stress. And women especially hold a lot of stress there in the pelvic bowl, so you want to release that. After you've done a few of those, then come up, bringing both hands up onto your right thigh. Now clasp your hands together and get behind your back. Fire up those core muscles and slide the knuckles down, lifting up through the heart, relaxing into the throat. Maybe as you're gazing up, you can let out a little sigh like that. Good. Release your arms then and reach them all the way up. Anjaneyasana, this really nice celebration. Turn your left palm out, grab the wrist, pull the arm up, and come all the way over to the right. So now you're in that really nice psoas stretch. Good. Coming all the way back up, open your arms wide here. And on an exhale, turn and twist. This really nice upright twist. Bring your right hand to the small of your back. And then use your arms as leverage. Lengthen up as much as you can. And then a big exhale, twisting. Good. So twists are really good to detoxify not only the internal organs, but also just kind of helping us to rinse out that emotional duress. Good. Then coming back, bring your hands back down again and your knees back together. And your back in and out of your cat and cow. So again, right into those easy movements. This time, if you like, let's try to add in a little bit of thread the needle. So threading your left arm through the right, you can walk your right fingertips up overhead. When you come back up, then let's do the same thing to the other side. Good, and then bringing yourself back up. Add in those circles again. So all these movements should feel really intuitive. No right or wrong with this. So you know your body best. You know what feels good in your body. Good, and we'll come back to neutral. Now extend your left leg straight out behind you. Push into the big toe mounds. You feel a really juicy stretch there and through your calf. Take your left big toe and trace the half circle over to your right. Look over the right shoulder. Swing your right lower leg over a little so you can drop your left knee behind the right knee and push back. Just enough. It doesn't have to be excessive. Just do what feels okay for you. Good. Inhale, come back up and extend your left leg back out again. Good. Now swing the leg all the way out to the left and anchor the foot down. Keep your right toes curled under and push back. Enjoy. Good. When you come back up, then you're just going to make sure that you walk your hands back to your right knee and come up to stand here. I like to keep reminding you to enjoy, because I think sometimes people get into yoga practice and they start to think that, they have to go into something really insanely crazy here, but we don't have to. Simple movements can go a really long way and achieve everything you want to achieve. So turn your left palm up, bring your right arm up, reach all the way up to the sky and then come all the way over into this nice deep stretch, breathing, really nice big breaths. Feel your ribcage expanding there on the right. As you come back up, bring your right hand down onto a block if you like, and your left arm up to the sky, turning the arm here like a doorknob. Good. And then reaching your palm long overhead, a big stretch. If you like, you can pick your left leg up here and grab hold of the foot or the ankle for a quad stretch. Good. Release your leg and heel toe your foot right back to the front of your mat. Place your blocks on either side of your left foot and then go into that nice seesaw movement. So when you're placing your blocks, make sure you don't have them too far forward, because I see that a lot sometimes in class. The blocks are way forward, which means that you're really restricting your movement. So kind of move them back, so this way you have full range of motion as you come back and forth. And just feel how nice this is for your hamstring. I know I've been sort of binge watching a little bit too much, so it kind of feels nice to move a little, get some energy flowing, some breath moving. Good. And then come to your lunge. Clasp your hands here behind your back. Slide the knuckles down and inhale, lift the heart. So it should feel like your shoulder blades are kind of coaxing the heart up. And then just relax into your throat. Let out a little sigh. Release your arms and reach them all the way up. Turning your right palm out, grab the wrist, pull the arm up, come over to your left. I feel that right down into my thigh, right? So come right back up. Inhale, open up your arms, and then exhale, twist. And then using your arms, just get a little bit taller here and lengthen out. Make some space between the vertebrae, and then twist. Good. Unwinding from that. And bringing your knees back together. We're going to do a little bit of a flow now. And this is my favorite little therapeutic flow. I'm going to do 3 rounds of 3 different kinds of flows. And you are more than welcome to stick with one if you like one, or try all 3. If you're someone who's not much of a dog person, don't worry about coming up into a big dog pose, especially if you have issues with your wrists or anything like that. So first we're just going to start in simple tabletop. Keep your toes curled under and push your hips way back to your heels. And extend your fingertips as far forward as you can. I'm just going to add one little stretch here before we go. So walk your hands all the way over to the right, back into one of those lateral stretches, and then come all the way over to the left. Good. When you come back to center then, on an exhale, round up into that very exaggerated cat. And then as you inhale, just let your hips melt forward. Now push into your palms so that your shoulders are not collapsing around your ears. You don't have to lower down here. You're just coming forward. And then exhale and push back. Let's do 2 more like that. Rounding up and hips melting forward. And exhale, pushing back. So this is sort of like a full body massage. Rounding up and hips melting forward. And exhale, pushing back. Good. Now stay back there. I just have to adjust my yoga attire. Mm-hmm. I'm going to change it up this time. So again, you're welcome to do the first one if that one's really resonating with you, or you could try this. This is adding a little back bends. So rounding up cat, hips melting forward, Send your elbows straight back, really close to the side body, and your forehead touching the floor. I'm going to keep my head up because I'm talking. You're just going to lift your lower body, so it's like a half shavasana. And then let your feet come down. Pull back a little on your palms and inhale into a cobra, or if you like, a little bit higher, up dog. Then exhale, push back. We're going to do 2 more like that. Rounding up and hips melting forward. Elbows bending straight back, lower all the way to the floor. Forehead touches, legs lift. Feet drop, upper body lifts. Exhale, push back. I can't remember, was that 3? Well, I'm going to do 1 more, just for good luck. Rounding up, hips melting forward. Elbows bend back, lower all the way down. Forehead touches, legs lift. Feet drop, upper body lifts. And push back. Now, I always add a little thread and needle to this because it's nice to add a twist after you do some back bending. It just helps to bring yourself back into a nice alignment. Good. Come back into your puppy stretch. I'm just going to tuck this in for the next one. This one's going to include dog pose. So inhale, come up to neutral table. Exhale, lift up, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend your knees, press your belly towards the thighs. Inhale, launch yourself into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Release the pelvis, lift the heart. And exhale, push back, puppy. Again, I gotta adjust my yoga attire, sorry. I didn't think about what I was wearing this morning. Okay, so again, we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend your knees. Looking ahead, launch yourself forward into plank. Hold plank a little longer if you'd like. And then drop, knees, chest, chin. Release the pelvis, lift the heart. Exhale, puppy. Last one, coming here. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, look ahead. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, puppy. Now here, bring your big toes together and your knees wide apart and drop into a child's pose. Supporting your head and just giving yourself a few moments to assimilate all of the benefits of everything we've just done. Good, when you're ready, then just come back up. Back to your easy seat. May all beings be happy and free. And may each of you be healthy, happy, and peaceful. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Rita.
Thank you, guys. Miss you.
Oh, we miss you. Okay, everyone. Thanks so much for joining in again. I'm going to turn the Instagram page just to say thank you so very much to everyone signing in, and of course, Rita and our amazing yoga teachers at Breathe and Flow Yoga. Everyone has been, well, generous with their time. I know we're not too socially.
Oh yeah, we can't be too socially close, right?
You're in our hearts. We feel you. We see you. We are all with you. So thanks again. We will be tuning in every day, 10 a.m. with this free live teaching from Breathe and Flow Yoga. And don't you worry, we are working on getting more access and ability to bringing yoga to you all online. For now, this is how we are coming together to serve and also adjust and ride this vinyasa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we love you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. The light within us honors the light within all of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
And now, share to
Isn't it so interesting how the art, I'm sorry.